Today on VOX, we'll have information on California and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Knox Hampton will have your sports.
It's Thursday, March 25th, 2021. You're watching VOX News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Jay Standridge.
And I'm Serena Shelton.
Vanderbilt University is getting a new dean on nursing. Pamela Jeffries is currently awaiting approval from the Board of Trust. Jeffries has held leadership positions at Johns Hopkins University and Indiana University. Jeffries will be leaving George Washington University to go to Vanderbilt on July 1st.
Two chefs from Baltimore drove 6 hours to cook a dying woman her favorite meal. She always made it her priority to eat at the restaurant while in Baltimore and always joked about wanting to eat their broccoli dish on her deathbed. Her son-in-law messaged the chefs and they were able to drive to her house and fix the dish for her. They even made enough for her lunch the next day.
California has some good news this week. They have completely recovered from their devastating winter surge. The weekly COVID case has been around 2,633 for the state. Confirmed cases haven't been that low since May.
Cleveland will be hosting a half marathon of 13.1 miles. It will take place through the Greenway, the Historic District, and the Downtown Business District. It will begin on North Ocoee Street between 2nd and Central Avenue.
Not even the rain could keep the smiles away at one middle school in Baldwin County, Alabama, where a special reunion took place between a student and her mother. For the past 7 months, Zoom calls and text messages from thousands of miles away have kept 13-year-old Tamara Bivens going. Petty Officer First Class Katrina Rozier has been in the Navy for 10 years. This is her third time deployment during Tamara's lifetime. This deployment had her stationed with the Navy's 7th Fleet, and this video is courtesy of Colin Khalil on Twitter. Here's Ben Dudash with your weather report.
It's really rainy today and probably some nasty storms. I'll have that update and more right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at our weather at a glance. Today is going to be the thunderstorms that I talked about today, and the high for today is at 70 and a low of 52. Gusts of winds reaching up to 13 miles per hour going south, and the humidity percent for today is at 90. Now let's take a look at our 7-day weather forecast. Friday, those thunderstorms should be departing with mostly sunny skies with a high of 74 and a low of 48. Saturday, those thunderstorms are coming back once again with a high of 72 and a low of 63. Sunday, those thunderstorms are going to turn into thunder showers with a high of 66 and a low of 42. Monday, those thunder showers should be departing with partly cloudy skies with a high of 64 and a low of 46. Tuesday, there's no thunderstorms, but there's going to be some showers throughout the day with a high of 68 and a low of 55. Wednesday, once more, there's going to be more showers with a high of 72 and a low of 49. Let's take a look at our local radar. Those thunderstorms are rolling in as we speak because those thunderstorms are probably going to turn into tornadoes, which might end up leading to tornado warnings. So for those of you who are out there, find shelter and take cover. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There's some scattered ice and snowstorms throughout the west area and the north area as well. Those thunderstorms are scattered throughout Texas and throughout the south area. Now it's all for weather. Now I'll send it over to Knox Hampton with your sports.
Alrighty, sports fans, we have some news about the Tennessee Volunteers, but we'll have that and more right after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Let's take a look at some scores. Kings beat the Hawks 110-108. The Bucks defeated the Cavaliers 121-119. The Magic beat the Suns 112-111. Cavaliers beat the Bulls 103-94. The Hornets beat the Rockets 122-97. Grizzlies beat the Thunder 116-107. Clippers beat the Spurs 134-101. And the Jazz beat the Nets 118-88. The Tennessee football program's Pro Day is on Thursday. 4 former Volunteers are set to participate. Palmer, Smith, and Thompson were all invited to the NFL Combine. Scouts are placing greater emphasis on Pro Days this year since the NFL Combine is virtual. Teams have been interviewing draft prospects for the last couple of weeks. Palmer and Smith compared the process, talking to teams like going on numerous job interviews. We'll have more news right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. You can save a lot. You can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
The Biden administration says it will spend $10 billion to get COVID-19 shots to low-income, undeserved, and rural communities. As part of its efforts to expand the access, the Department of Health and Human Services will dedicate $6 billion to community health centers in an effort to expand COVID-19 testing, vaccinations, effort, and treatment. The announcement also expands vaccine eligibility to all frontline workers and people age 16 and over with high-risk medical conditions. The administration plans to partner with dialysis clinics to target kidney patients, but the White House notes disproportionately affects racial and ethnic minorities. Funding will also be earmarked for training healthcare workers and building confidence in the vaccine itself.
A new bill in North Carolina proposes a law that would ban transgender athletes from competing on women's sports teams at public schools and universities. Republican Mark Brody says, quote, "It's just a pretty solid short bill," end quote. Brody says the bill, also known as Save Women's Sports Act, and shows 3 main points. A policy standard that men cannot compete on a women's athletic team. It puts a defined definition on female and male chromosomes and provides legal protections for people or institutions that follow the law.
The owner of the giant cargo ship that has halted world trade by blocking Egypt's Suez Canal. The owner recently apologized, saying, quote, "In cooperation with local authorities and Bernard Schultz Ship Management, a vessel management company, we are trying to refloat, but we are facing extreme difficulty," end quote. 200,000-ton vessel became wedged in the canal after strong winds and a dust storm.
A Tennessee Senate panel on Wednesday advanced legislation requiring school districts to alert parents of any instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity, allowing them to opt their student out of such instruction. Supporters of the bill argued it's needed to strengthen parental rights and rebuffed concerns that it could further alienate students already marginalized. Senator Joey Hensley, a Republican from Holland, says, quote, "Some parents want to protect their minor children from the real world as much as they can," unquote. According to the bill, school districts would have 30 days to alert parents or guardians of upcoming instruction of sexual orientation or gender identity. Families can then opt in their student of beginning learned without penalized. The proposal now heads to the full Senate for chamber of consideration.
For millions of people looking to get vaccinated against COVID-19, it's no longer a question of when, but how. On Wednesday, the Tennessee Department of Health announced that effective immediately, all 10 rural Tennessee counties around Hamilton are now offering the COVID-19 vaccine to people 16 and older. Those counties are Bledsoe, Bradley, Grundy, Marion, McMinn, Meigs, Polk, Ray, Sequatchie, and Franklin. Hamilton County is not on the list. The state health department says that every county must open eligibility to those 16 and older by April 5th. Kate Carson is a 19-year-old living in Bradley County. Like many, he is excited it's finally his turn to get the shot. Carson says, quote, "He has not been able to play a show or go to a concert in literally a year. So the fact that we're finally going to have that available to us is very exciting," end quote. Carson knows what's at stake. He contracted COVID-19 just a month ago.
We are online at YouTube at BCHS Vox News. You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, at voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in. You just can't get enough Vox.
That's all the time we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.